Hello, folks. My name's Dina, and we are still going on. This is the part 2 reading for the 1111 portal election post results and the developments therein. This is for entertainment purposes only, as always. And at the time where the part 1 cut us off, we were discussing this card flying out with this good gentleman investigating some hacker, and that this hacker is has been created by some type of mad scientist, either funded by or given information by. And so I was just saying that it's as if I was getting this image of the good gentleman investigator kind of turning over the back of the ear and seeing the serial code that's like the patent held by. And so, yeah, there's something here that he's finding, I think, in that computer that is giving information to the case. And as that Frankenstein one came out, I see gaining a lot of money. And that's also why I feel like he was given the resources, he was being promised money. And again, when money changes hands and people start acting out, I see one's flipped here, which is interesting, then that's interference as well. So this is the card that was flipped in the deck, an interesting one. I gotta say, I see this in the moment, a tongue-in-cheek perhaps view of the current feelings of the president and VP. Like, the president is feeling very tired. He's feeling his age. He is speaking of Biden here. And I think that he's going to be super happy when it's done, but he's trying to very carefully plan out his exit strategy in so many ways. Like, at this point in his life and age, it's important to him that he does right by his conscience because of his beliefs about what happens next. You know, will I die with regrets? And I think that it's important for him in a different way than for Kamala. Kamala showing up with that big cape, and the horse is like, yeah, the horse is tired. The campaign is tired, but she might have to slow the pace and the momentum for a moment to let the horse catch its breath. But I feel like she is empowered like never before. And I think that she's got this sacred darkness that all people do possess, that is the creative capacity for potentiality. I'm not talking about this inner hate or inner darkness in that way, inner evil. That's not what I mean. Darkness is not inherently evil. The shadow realms are also like, if we didn't believe in cheating, then we would always get cheated because we wouldn't understand that it would be a possibility. So she is not naive. She is very seasoned. She's been around the block. She has been literally blocked by different things in her career and so on her whole life. She's been limited and pushed away and all of these different things. Yes, rich girl under the deck. She has made it this far, and it wasn't for nothing. And I think she'll be damned if she lets things just go without a fight, because she told us when we fight, we win, and she's not a liar. So there's that coming up. She feels invigorated. So who else wants to speak? Yeah, here we have, again, that dark-skinned mermaid. And I don't know if anybody's been on the channel long enough, but I did the 2020 election prediction, and this was one of the primary cards that made me believe that Kamala Biden were going to secure the 2020 victory, and they did. So my cards don't typically tell me what I want to hear, I can read them in any way that I choose, but when I know something that's come through. And I feel that there was a reason why the number one card that indicated the win from that campaign was the card that indicated Kamala. She was, despite what some media outlets would lead us to believe, she was the momentum of that campaign. She was the reason many people voted for that campaign. And she was indicated by the universe, absolutely no bias here. She was indicated by the universe to take us through the next phase. And because it's been preordained, and I'm not somebody who believes in full out destiny. We can avoid destiny. We can change destiny if we roll or if we fake or if we interfere. We can repeat karma. But because she was indicated by the divine to block or otherwise steal from the divine outcome is going to be a big deal. There's gaining a lot of money on the bottom of the deck again, with a change being revealed as it slipped out. So there you have it, folks. See, the devil is here sitting at the table, and this guy's like pushing the things forward. And look at his uneasy face, like, are you sure this guy won? And even people at the table are kind of like, what? What? That guy? Even the people that voted for him are kind of shocked. And so, yeah, there's a rat on the devil's shoulder here. And then there's this change that is coming. So she's looking out into the distant horizon, but there's already this mass migration of the giraffes here. And the giraffe in my deck is called the visionary, one who understands the vision and how it's coming and culminating. Here we have court, where the bereavement and grief card just popped out. So that seems interesting. Yeah, the expectation here. See somebody's face looking out the window. Ooh, I think the hacker is afraid that he's going to be killed either in prison or taken out before things can happen. So before things can develop and go to court, I think he's really afraid for his life now in different ways. And he might flip as well. So there's something else too coming out about the millennia posing and predatory nature. I mean, I'll just quickly show this from afar. It's got this woman. She is somewhat covered, but only scantily. And there's this big dragon coming in and putting its nasty little hand on her delicate flower that she's holding up. I feel like this particular photo shoot is going to trigger millennia. I feel like there was some type of compromised behavior or implication that went on that Melania knows that others don't know, that might create some type of huge shift. Military person, it's all strategic. I think that even though there's interference from multiple foreign interests, I don't think they're all aligned with each other. Ultimately, the cheaters also are waiting and playing the long game to cheat and out-cheat each other. Here, there's hope, big water coming through. There's this Pegasus, this like robot Pegasus. It's like AI to the rescue. This is interesting to me in the moment. Something has a backup. Here we have a little child coming out with court, a change, and we have again with the expectation, again with that perhaps Melania's photo shoot going public. And here we have an interesting duo. I don't know what to make of this Cancerian type couple here. I personally also just want to say again, all these are just entertainment purposes only, but I kind of wonder if Melania has a sugar daddy, because we all know that Trump has no sugar, right? Look at this. There's a scandal afoot, and I think she's the false person. I think she's also going to be flipping to save herself. And oh, damn. I think that this is actually it's an interesting card. I'm just going to cover a little because you can kind of see through her hair a little there. She's actually conjuring this thing in the foreground and like elevating her own little book here. There's real witchy energy here. I think that there are uprisings happening all around that are going to be coming forward. Let's change decks here. I think that's about all that one has to say. What else? Immediately that one wants to come out, and it is the Weaver of Visions, the Queen of Cups. What is she saying? White Heart, the 0 card. 6 of Spells underneath. I think certain individuals are real distracted. I kind of see this as like MAGA type individuals celebrating and looking, and then the people in the background are the greater community going about their business. I don't know why I'm getting this White Heart, Weaver of Visions. That one's eluding me here. We have 2 coming out. Yeah, 6 of Challenges. Okay, 6 of Swords here. Look at how this individual has been stuck up in a tree and the wolves are down below. So there is the prayer for protection happening here, and it's been heard. There are individuals actually in fear for their life. There are individuals actually being disrespected and being harassed. And yeah, this is going to be stepping forward. And here we have the Keeper of Spells, which is the King of Wands. I think there are those masculines out there that are feeding these fires and becoming truly emboldened here. And here we have the 2 feminines on the 2 of Visions, the 2 of Cups. I think that you're going to see women supporting other women, showing signs of solidarity and safety amongst us. And I think that you're going to see women withdrawing from masculines and organizing and getting really, really empowered. Yeah, that one wants to come out. Put that there. I think we're going to have a show of support. So what are the outcomes that the cards want to show us? I know that we're being told to have faith, that things are being investigated. We have also the Ace of Boons. And so this one, the Ace of Pentacles coming out, that's a new beginning, a new opportunity on the material level. But the frog is holding the ring here. And then we have this Wide World card, the 21, the full circle. And here we have this White Heart energy now showing us following them down this pathway here. I think we're going to see something coming forward. Yeah, okay, so Wide World does come out again. full circle. And then this Three of Visions. It's like, so the three bears, what is it? Mama, Papa, Baby Bear, all celebrating together. Is it the three women from the Three Visions, the Mama Bear energy celebrating? And we do have this Six of Spells again with this victory. It's like a very small victory. It's this very small hatchling, this small dragon. Three of Spells. Yeah, this Three of Spells. Okay, so I feel like this Three of Visions is some dancing women, some of like the Two of Visions, Three of Visions, and now we have this Three of Spells. I think that our joy is a vibrational celebration. Our joy and resistance is its own energy for change that cannot be stolen. So here we have the Five of Challenges. The ogre wants to come and say, quit that dancing, quit that singing, quit that everything. Ace of Challenges. The truth is about to be revealed because the ace comes to bring the truth in victory. So we have the Black Shook. Oh, yeah. The Black Shook comes out, this devil energy to show the difference between the black sheep and the black devil. And here we have this Three of Challenges with this Hansel and Gretel being abandoned by choice by their father into the enchanted forest. So yeah, I feel like I even saw a video this morning about people with their instant regret, and there was a woman that's kind of going a little viral being a right winger who's been abandoned by her family, and she's been crying, and we all have heard how delightful it is to see liberal tears. Well, this woman is crying because she doesn't understand why everybody turned their back on her. There's people going viral that don't understand why their wives left them after so many happy years of marriage. Much like probably in that gentleman's bedroom, I wager to say, somebody might not have been as happy as they were leading you to believe. Maybe they were faking it. The Huntsman. So I feel like these children are understanding the abandonment, and they understand the difference between the good kill and the murderer, so to speak, in the forest, because they had to figure out how to make it on their own, right? Here we have the Nine of Visions. Nine of Cups energy is about making a wish, throwing your vibration into the wishing well of joy, love, hope. And here's the Enchanter. This energy of conjuring is the many individuals that are finding the ways and the means to make sure that this never happens again, because it's not about this individual Trump. It is about the movement of autocrats and the creation of hierarchy, which obligates the system to create a slave class. That is hierarchy. That is centralized government, because when you have one king in charge, everyone else become minions. And it's no laughing matter. In my lap, we have now the Enchanter, which slipped off, and now the Seeker of Spells coming in. There's that Passion Flower. Didn't that come out in this reading, or was it the previous? It does come out here. It came out in both readings in this Manifestia card. That Passion Flower is the feminine finding her passion at the center of her heart, finding her core beliefs, and finding her power. We have been years and centuries since it was true that the government could do whatever they wanted. And so why would you waste a moment in fear? Why would people say, what do we do if he does get there? Don't let it. Do not. The people employ the president. The president serves the people. And the true Shady is about to stand up so that we can put one of those fingers on both of our hands up. So let's okay, that one keeps coming out, the 3 of spells with this casting off, and now we have the 10 of spells with the feminine. Look at them looking for meaning in this moment, gathering together on their mass exodus. Some of them are hanging their heads, some are crying, some are saying, what the hell, others are angry. And here we have, people looking under bridges. Are there ogres there that are going to come and get me? 9 of spells, casting a protective circle around oneself and one's domain and around the country. The 1111 portal is a powerful time where we can align our energies. And even evil, thinking it wants what's right, serves the good. Here we have the 7 of challenges. There's been a robbery at your camp, perhaps here, stealing what you thought belonged to you, but we can't take some of these things with us. And so it's like, yeah, you might have that battle, but, it looks like rioters to me, looters and rioters coming to a town near you. Get ready for that and be prepared. But I feel like many of us will be able to stay in our peace and protection and joy. I feel like that we are told that we are being protected and provided for. We do have the 4 of spells coming out with the lovers here. I think that we're going to have a lot of enlightening movements and awareness and people bringing information to the forefront. We are going to see some people that are supporting each other unconditionally. And for some of us, we will be gathering with other people, and there will be the opportunity for love amongst the turmoil, because love is the movement. And when you get so simple and direct about your manifestation of love, it will come speeding towards you in every dimension of your life, right? Because you're manifesting it. So here we have light rising in the east. Perhaps there will be something coming out even as soon as sunrise tomorrow, when the sun is coming over the east. I'm hearing that pizza pie song. Is that something? I know it's kind of Italian-esque, but it's reminding me of New Jersey. I don't know why. Is there going to be something coming up in Jersey? Is there anything to do with New Jersey? I don't know anything about it. And then we have Nigalia Ponya, the red panda woman here. Something possibly from China. So there are foreign interests that are going to be staying up late and having information for us to share as soon as tomorrow. I think that with Red Panda, we're talking about how we work with our environment and with what is, and how there's this encroachment of what isn't beneficial and pushes and squeezes the natural, beautiful, miraculous world back and back and back, and the need to stand up and protect those that don't have a voice. I feel like that's what I'm seeing in this 4 of spells, is the children are watching us. Indeed, they truly are. Yes, underneath this thievery card, I see this Council of Animals. I've also been thinking that the UN is not going to let this go on. The UN does not want Putin to own America or any of the other dictators. They don't want him doing half the shit that he wants to do. Ain't the oldest ones, child of visions. We're probably going to see children making addresses to the UN again, like we've seen in the past. That Malia Yusuf or something like that. I believe she's Palestinian or something. And she addressed the UN. I shared that, I believe, on my community page. She talks about the education of women being part of this important movement. And so it's about the oppression. It's about the never ending wars perpetuated by who and what. It's that corruption that is being pointed out. And I believe that the government as we know it is absolutely going to be overhauled, and we're finally going to have the insight to understand our karmic lessons of how bad it can truly get. And now that they've shown us how it can be done, now that we know where the enemy is getting into the loopholes, now we can patch the hole in the boat. Beauty of Ib, number 14. This is a very thin looking feminine, as if she has not had assistance or support from her environment. She's surrounded, though, by birds of paradise flowers and bamboo, and even bamboo. It grows in a harsh climate. It takes something like 3 years to fully start going, and it almost looks like some complicated wallpaper, but I was hearing almost said wallflower. I think that the meek and the quiet and the subdued, the oppressed, those that have trauma, those that have been silenced, we are going to be seeing them making their own public statements. And many will be doing this through the beauty of their artistry. We're going to see them with makeup, hair, face, posting, things like this. And then we have 31, Grib Sprayang. I'm still getting used to this deck. But this is about continuing to do what needs to be done. It's like showing up with one's pack, being able to hear the howls and the cries of your ancestors and your pride. What are these guys? Herd, pride, pack. Hearing your pack calling to you at a distance. Now, I'll get just a couple more. I have the impulse to look in the book, but I want to just trust that what we're saying and what we're taking this as things are being said as they need to be said, to trust the process. We'll take that one. Crested crane marks the center. Look at the one eyeball from either side, the right eye and the left eye, looking towards the center. I think that we're being reminded of how many individuals from both sides supported only one candidate. We did not see Democrats jumping ship and saying, oh, policy over country. We didn't see that. But we saw individuals from everywhere, all across the world, supporting this individual because of everything that is the actual facts of the matter. So this weird-haired guy, it's like he can't even fool himself, and he's a narcissist. So, again, I can't diagnose, but we all know. And then we have Macaw and Cacaw. Cacao? Is it cocoa? Cacao? Macaw and Cacao? This is an interesting deck. So the macaw is the bird, one of the parrot type birds. It does look to me like some of these individuals, the crested crane and this individual, both have some type of war paint on. and it looks like they're not amused. I kept seeing this direct stare, the light rising in the east as well. We're staring everything directly in the eye and we're calling it out. Where does the time go in these readings? Let's get an Art of War to close this one out, and we're just going to pack it in for the day. We've read enough for today. I feel like I get so many direct messages while I'm off camera, but then I do like somewhat that it does stay a little bit more ambiguous while I read on camera. It helps so that folks can formulate their own opinions. Number 63, act without doing, work without effort. Think of the small as the large and the few as the many. Confront the difficult while it is still easy. Accomplish the great task by a series of small acts. The master never reaches for the great, thus she achieves greatness. When she runs into a difficulty, she stops and gives herself to it. She doesn't cling to her own comfort. Thus, problems are no problem for her. Right? Sun Tzu said, if you know the enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. So we're talking about winners and losers, are we not? And we do not need to fear because we have seen the enemy in our personal lives and on the world stage. And the enemy has tried to take over in the past. They've told us how they would do it, and they just did it. And we get to say, not so fast. So, yes, make sure to keep perspective on who is actually the minority. The minority is trying to tell all of the so-called minorities that we have no value. But the truth is, if you put together 99 minorities and the one supposed group that is the majority, then it's clear. The ones that are creating so much pomp and volume are only doing so because they're small beta losers. And we won, and we're going to prove it. So take care of yourselves, check back for more, and we'll see you later, folks. Bye.